Hey girls, congratulations on your graduation. Have you spoken to your dad? How's he holding up?
All right, let's break it down. Diddy's twin daughters Jessie and Lila have finally had enough of Jaguar Wright, and they're not staying quiet anymore. They've decided to speak up and make it clear they're not going to just sit back while someone attacks their family. This time, it's personal, and the girls are standing up for their dad despite everything going on around him. Now, if you've been following this whole drama, you know this isn't the first time Jaguar Wright has gone after Diddy. In fact, she's been criticizing him for years.
Funny how they keep playing with all of these cases, doing all of this stuff. I'm just tired. Really. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the foolishness. But no matter how tired of it I will always have enough energy to get up and blast every last one of y'all fools every chance I get. God said no. And he meant it.
But what makes this situation different is that his daughters are now stepping into the spotlight to defend him directly, not through reps, not through quiet statements, but with their actions and words. Let's go back for a minute. Even before Jessie and Lila said anything, Jaguar had already been going in hard on Diddy. She's made all kinds of harsh accusations over the years, talking about abuse in the music industry, shady deals, and more. She's one of the loudest voices when it comes to calling out what she sees as the dark side of his career. But eventually, her attacks started shifting.
I was like, Diddy, okay, I've never seen the side of you. Is he ready to find real, true love? Has he found it, ladies? Oh, you looking at me like he told me he was single.
I don't think he's found it yet, but you know, who knows? I think he's
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? We don't know.
Do y'all ever chime in on who dad's dating?
No. We leave that to him.
We leave that to him.
You know better, right?
Yeah, but we do, like, if it's not good, then we put it in check. Definitely. But, like, it's just...
Inspect the situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
we let him do his thing most of the time.
You're his number one ladies, let's be real, okay?
Instead of just going after Diddy, she began dragging his family into the mix, especially his twin daughters. It wasn't just casual criticism either. Jaguar started showing up on interviews, live streams, and social media, saying all kinds of things about the girls: how they act, how they dress, how they post online. Nothing was off limits. She even went as far as calling them names like soulless and psychopaths, as if they were somehow responsible for what their dad is accused of. Why so focused on the twins, though? Diddy has 3 daughters: Jessie, Lila, and Chance. But Jaguar barely ever brings up Chance. That's probably because Chance keeps a much lower profile. She's quiet online, stays out of the spotlight, and doesn't attend flashy events. Meanwhile, Jessie and Lila are much more visible.
And come there to watch you parade children around. Because you don't want to be there. Stabling up your daughter. Your alleged daughter. Trying to sit there and go tit for tat with Kanye. Meanwhile, everybody can see that he ain't lie about them twins. Got people online making fun of your family because you want to retire and you can't. Because you got to keep earning money for legal fees because your loans keep getting denied.
They show up to red carpet events, post photos from vacations, and wear high fashion outfits. In Jaguar's eyes, that made them easier targets. This really started getting attention when Diddy was facing serious legal issues. Lawsuits, federal investigations, it was all over the news. And while that was happening, Jessie and Lila were still out there living their lives, attending parties, and getting glammed up for prom. To some people, it felt a little tone deaf. Like, your dad is dealing with some really serious stuff, maybe now's not the time for luxury vacations and designer photo shoots. That's where Jaguar jumped back in. She saw their behavior and used it to support her claims that the twins were already being trained to care more about image than truth. She accused them of ignoring the family crisis and only caring about keeping up appearances. When the girls posted online about not going to college, it added more fuel to the fire. People were confused and even angry. Was this defiance? Privilege? Or just teens being teens? Then there's the topic that never seems to fade away: Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex and the twins' mother. Even years after her passing, there's still a rumor going around that she was working on a tell-all book before she died. Supposedly, it included major secrets about her life with Diddy, details the public never knew. After her passing, a mysterious manuscript popped up online, claiming to be her unfinished memoir. It talked about emotional abuse, threats, and dark moments from her time with him. Of course, that shook people up. But Jesse and Delilah weren't having any of it. They put out a clear statement saying the book was fake. They said their mom never wrote anything like that, and anyone spreading it was just using her name for attention. Their exact words were something like, "Please stop using our mom's name to spread lies. This is not real, and it's disgusting." That message showed how serious they were about protecting their family. But it also got people thinking, are they defending their dad because they love him or because they're scared of what speaking out might cost them? Let's be real, Diddy still runs the empire. He controls the money, the lifestyle, and their future. If your whole world is built around your father's success, would you risk speaking against him even if something didn't feel right? Even though the girls kept showing public support for Diddy, something changed when they showed up in court. Reporters and people inside said the girls looked visibly shaken when they left, like they had just heard some really upsetting stuff. So maybe all those photos and luxury trips weren't the full story. Maybe they were just trying to keep things normal while dealing with something very heavy behind the scenes. For a short while, even Jaguar Wright seemed to feel bad for them. She said they were probably being controlled, that maybe they didn't even have real access to their money, that everything, from their clothes to their trips, was approved by Diddy's team. But that sympathy didn't last. As soon as the twins went back to showing off their lifestyle, Jaguar changed her tone. She started calling them just like their father, more focused on fame than truth. And then, things got even crazier. Whispers started about offshore accounts. People claimed Diddy had stashed huge amounts of money overseas and that some of those accounts were under his kids' names. Rumors even popped up saying he tried to use Jesse and Delilah's passports as part of a bail deal. That made people wonder, were the twins just rich kids, or were they actually part of something bigger? The internet ran wild with theories. Some folks believed the twins were part of an escape plan, like if things got really bad, they'd hop on a private jet and disappear to a secret island where the money was already waiting. Sounds wild, right? But with all the travel, court appearances, and quiet behavior afterwards, some people started to think it wasn't so far-fetched. At the end of the day, this situation is complicated. Jesse and Delilah are still teenagers. They're growing up in the middle of a media storm, trying to protect their family, live their lives, and figure things out just like any other young person. Whether they're defending their dad out of love or fear, only they know the truth. But one thing's clear, they're not just silent anymore. They've drawn a line, made their stance known, and despite all the rumors, they're sticking together. Whether the world supports them or criticizes them, the twins are showing they're ready to face whatever comes their way together. So after Diddy started clearing some of the serious charges, everything changed. It felt like Jesse and Delilah had been staying quiet, just waiting for the right time to finally speak up, and that moment came. They had kept their heads down for months while headlines swirled, court cases unfolded, and Jaguar Wright kept their family's name in her mouth. But when it looked like their dad might actually be getting out of trouble, the twins apparently decided it was time to take action. And this wasn't some subtle Instagram post or cryptic tweet, this was real. People close to the situation say the twins hit back hard behind the scenes. Some even claim they sent direct messages or had people from Diddy's circle reach out to Jaguar with a clear warning: stop talking about our family or deal with the consequences. It wasn't a joke. According to reports, the message was firm and serious. Jaguar, who had been loudly attacking Diddy and especially the twins for months, calling them brainwashed, empty, even saying they were being groomed, suddenly went quiet. That shift got people talking. What happened? Did someone scare her? Did she finally realize that the twins weren't going to take the hits anymore? Now here's where the conversation really heats up. Some folks are saying, of course they defended their dad. That's what any kids would do. They've been through so much losing their mom, watching their father get torn apart in public, and dealing with all this at such a young age. They're just trying to protect their family and their peace. Leave them alone. But on the flip side, others are pointing out that Jessie and Delilah aren't little girls anymore. They're adults now. And if they're stepping into serious conversations, ones that involve real accusations, potential victims, and a whole lot of public attention, then they need to be prepared for everything that comes with that. The grown-up consequences, too. It's not as black and white as people might think. Yeah, the twins were born into wealth and have always been in the spotlight, but now they're being pulled into legal drama, conspiracy theories, and people questioning whether they're just defending their family or helping to cover something much deeper. It makes you wonder, where's the line between standing up for the people you love and ignoring the possibility that something might be really wrong? This whole situation is messy. And it's not just about two young women clapping back at someone who talked trash. It's about loyalty, legacy, pain, and truth all mixing together in the public eye. So, now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jessie and Delilah were right to push back against Jaguar Wright? Was it about time someone stood up to her? Or did they go too far, stepping into a situation that maybe needed more care and understanding? Let's talk about it in the comments. Drop your thoughts, be real, be respectful. And if you're into breaking down the truth behind the headlines, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We're just getting started. Catch you in the next one.